Now, one of my jobs on YouTube that I take very seriously is finding the biggest hooligans and the biggest goons and the biggest bums and the biggest bitches throughout comics, right? And all of fiction, honestly. But one of the funniest groups in Marvel Comics when it comes to doing hood rat shit is actually the Celestials. If y'all didn't know, the Celestials are dickheads, and they do a lot of wild shit throughout time, so we'll be doing a multiple part series on Celestials being goons, as obviously in modern times they're a big part of Marvel Comics, especially. So if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to smash the like button, smash the subscription button, and get somebody new to subscribe today. We're trying to get to 20K. It would be amazing if we get there, and let's kick this run off with an amazing Celestial Goon video on their gang shit. Thank you guys for tuning in. Check out my Discord server as well, over 650 members, prizes, giveaways, all that. And if you want to see a specific video on either here or Coffee Shop Comics, my second channel, hit me up. Without further ado, let's begin. So, Celestials, what are they, right? Celestials are the architects of the Marvel Multiverse. They, since the dawn of time, have kind of been the linchpins behind the cosmos, right? They make shit go, and they literally make shit, right? So, first moment we're going to talk about is when the Deviants, another subculture of beings that the Celestials architect and all that, they decided they wanted to beef with their creators, right? They're like, you know what? Fuck Celestials. We're pulling up for the sauce. Let's get it in, right? Here's the issue. They tried to beef with big dogs. This ass whooping was so bad for the Deviants that it literally inspired religious stories. Like, tales and mythos and religious stories are based around the ass whoopings they handed out that day as like an apocalyptic like event. I don't know why, but that shit was so funny to me. Like, they're just thugs with it. They inspired tales with the ass whoopings they give. Next, we have the time. It's not really a time, it's just a fact we gotta acknowledge. One of the biggest goons in all of fiction are Marvel humans. If you haven't seen my content on Marvel humans and how they get down, I suggest strongly you go watch it after this video, right? Because it's iconic. But the reason Celestials are inherently big dogs is who the fuck do you think produced these savages? That's right, Celestials were the ones that made Eternals, Deviants, and humans. As a result, they're the ones that kind of blessed humans with the drip. Like, yo, Marvel humans do whatever the fuck they want. Except when Celestials get involved. Why? Because they are there to apply the vibe checks if they start feeling big. Which is funny as fuck. Celestials are literally the cosmological vibe check. Next, we have the big dog in the Celestial realm, right? The one above all, Celestial. Now, this is a controversial figure for obvious reasons. A lot of people mistake this Celestial for being the actual one above all. He's not the same person. They've demonstrated, especially in the guidebooks, that they're two completely separate individuals, just mistaken for names. And this doesn't diminish anything from the Celestial, because he goes hard as fuck. Matter of fact, he saw all the Celestials, and just to remind them that he's big dog, he literally hit them all in one shot and put them on t-shirts. That's right. Rolled them up in a fat-ass Celestial blunt and smoked that shit. He said, look, I'm big, homie. I'm big dog, and I'm running up on you. And they just had to take that shit. Like, he's a menace, for sure. Now, next moment, we have the emergence of Arishem, however you want to say it, right? Arishem's funny as fuck to me because he's the judge. Bro will walk up on your planet and be like, look, it's a dope planet, right? But we made this and countless others. So first of all, don't talk heavy to me. And then Arishem will be like, secondly, you see this big ass thumb? I apply vibe checks with this. And if my thumb turns down, you're done, bitch. And it's just like, imagine an alien pulling up on your planet that looks like a fucking cardboard robot. And is like, yo, I'm here to check the vibes. I'd be mad as shit if that's someone doing me in. But yeah, no, if Arishem shows up to judge, hey, bitch, you're getting judged. Next, we will talk about the design of the Celestials. See, what's funny about Celestials is that they are basically designed to run down on shit, right? Not only did they invent shit and architect shit, they're the bouncers in the club. They made the club and they protect that shit. One of them, Isan, he's a monster at Essen, however the fuck you say it, because he's literally just made to absorb all energy. So when he runs down on people and they start shooting at him, he just absorbs that shit and he's like, now what, bitch? And they're like, fuck, man, like every Celestial's broken in their own way and they're all here to fuck us up. It's so funny that they literally prep themselves to pop off at anyone that thinks they're too big for them, right? Next, we got to talk about their habits on and off the field. You see, Celestials, when they're in the trenches, they are particularly vicious. Because these Celestials get bored, right? Like, they've done shit and they're like, alright, you know what? We could chill a bit, maybe smoke some. Then, they decide, fuck that, let's practice. What they do is literally, in their spare time, this is their fun, they practice and perfect ways to beat the shit out of each other. Because honestly, being a Celestial's hood is fucking, you can't trust shit. Close the back door. That's how they operate, right? They're like, yo, no one's backdooring me in these fucking cosmos. So they literally prepared to beat each other's ass because they low-key just view each other as threats to themselves. Like, they don't really be looking at outside ops like that for the most part. I mean, they beef with people over time, but mostly they're just looking to fuck each other up because they think they're the big dogs. Next, we have an awful thug-like moment applied to humans from the Celestials. You see, let me break this down. One Celestial ran up on humans, right? And humans were talking crazy. They're talking spicy. The Unimind's about to get involved. If y'all didn't know, the Unimind is broken as fucking Marvel Comics. But the humans were talking spicy, right? And the Celestial's like, yo, y'all are talking crazy like you don't know why I'm here to judge your dumbasses in the first place. He's like, let me go ahead and give you a peep, homie. So he starts showing humans why they are pieces of shit. Tell me why when he was showing them the vibes, they literally were dying from seeing how bad Marvel humans were. He literally showed them how bad they were and it was killing them. That's funny as shit. Like, first of all, that tells you how bad humans are. But he was like, yo, check this shit out. And they literally died checking the vibes. You hate to see it, but hey, some of the deadliest vibe checks you'll see ever applied. Next, we got to talk about the whip. Even the whip they pull up in is exclusive as fuck. The mothership of the Celestials, when it first arrived in 1976, was the biggest device slash created object slash powerhouse object in Marvel up to that point. Big man fucking things, bro. Like, this is 76. We already had Doctor Strange in classic era dealing with all his shit. We got Thor and Hercules, who back then used to wild out. Even 60s Hulk was punching apart dimensions. Like, all this crazy shit in Marvel's already been shown and kind of loosely thrown out there. The mothership was still the biggest whip in this bitch. Hey, when it comes to putting rims on that hoe, Celestials are the goats. And they pull up in the biggest whip for a reason. Next, one of the funniest things ever is Eternals talking about how Celestials do them, right? So they were talking about, yo, we need to reach out to Celestials. Hopefully we can squash the beef. Maybe they can vibe with us better. Like, so, I don't know, just something that we can do to reach out so they don't fuck up Earth. Because Celestials come around every once in a while because Earth be fucking up. And they be looking to exterminate that shit and judge it. Well, the Eternals go, yo, for as good of our, like, telekinetic attacks are, our mind games, all that, all our hacks is, they ain't shit. He was like, yo, if the Celestials want to leave you on red, ain't shit you could do about it. They don't want to hear you, they're not gonna fucking hear you. And the fact that their ignore game is stronger than any bad bitch ever, because bad bitches be curving people, but when it comes to curving and just ignoring the fuck out of you, Celestials are top dogs. So I don't know why, I always thought that was funny as fuck, but their ability to ignore people is literally arguably universal. Next and final moment for this video, if you guys are itching for a part 2, you gotta let me know in the comment section down below and let me know with the like button. Let's get this to like 300 likes. I'll drop part 2 immediately. This is the final moment we're talking about Arishem, right? Arishem's funny as fuck because literally his thumb, which he always has out, is how he judges people, right? It's funny as shit because as he's drawn, his thumb is emphasized like a motherfucker. He literally lands and just shows his thumb. And he's like, you see this thumb? I've literally applied countless vibe checks to countless worlds. This thumb has more bodies than y'all have ever seen. So if I decide to step on your fucking planet to judge, that shit's getting judged. It ain't shit you can say to Big Airsham because he's gonna stab you with that fucking broke-ass thumb he's got. That thumb is OP as shit. W in the live chat for Arsham's thumb. But yeah, nah, he's one of my favorite Celestials because he just shows up the vibe check with his thumb, and that's funny as fuck and very petty. But anyways, guys, let me know what you think of the Celestials down below. Obviously, these were classic moments as we progress throughout the Goon series for the gang shit with Celestials. I will get more into modernized times as well. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. It's been your boy Jobbers and Goons. Make sure to like, subscribe, check out the video description for all the ways you can support or to get noticed on the channel or have a topic talked about on the channel. And I will see y'all later. Peace.